Hey, this is Charles. You know, as an unapologetic fan of Brian De Palma, I've come to the conclusion that 2002's Femme Fatale is his actual personal masterpiece. And I don't use that word lightly. For me, a masterpiece not only has to be a great film, it also has to have a special quality. It can be the director's best work, of course. Maybe it has an artistic quality to it. Maybe it's a more personal film. Hard to define really what makes a masterpiece, but I'll put it like this. I'm a Hitchcock fan too, and Rear Window is actually my favorite movie of all time. But I'm willing to admit, Vertigo is probably his masterpiece because I think it's a more personal film for Hitchcock and maybe even a more artistic film as well. And leading me back to why I think Femme Fatale is is De Palma's masterpiece over, say, Scarface or The Untouchables, or Carrie, or Blowout, or perhaps more famous Brian De Palma films. And to start, it's a genre he knows very well. Femme Fatale is a sultry, stylish thriller, much like Dress to Kill, Body Double, or Passion, which came out, about 10 years ago or so. Rebecca Romaine is the lead. She plays a jewel thief, stealing jewels from at the Cannes Film Festival, and some things go awry, and the rest of the film is really about her journey after the burglary or heist, and the choices that she makes. And Rebecca Romaine is actually very, very good in the role. In fact, she plays dual roles in this film. And I believe she takes her place among a very impressive list of lead female characters from Brian De Palma's filmography. The film has all the trademark De Palma touches: gorgeous cinematography, split screens and split diopters, overhead views, long tracking shots, POVs. The late Ryuichi Sakamoto provided a appropriately hypnotic and seductive score. Of course, all this adds up to a vintage Brian De Palma. But it's more than that. These stylistic tropes feel very organic and natural, and it never feels like style over substance. And that's why I've often felt Femme Fatale is Brian De Palma's most artistic film. Not quite a traditional film or a traditional thriller. And I think a lot of people going into the theaters expecting it to be a traditional thriller were probably disappointed. No, it's a much more expressionistic film, and it's no coincidence that it has often been compared to David Lynch's Mulholland Drive, for example. Not quite as confusing as Mulholland Drive, but it has that same sort of artistry. Uh, De Palma, of course, he wrote the story as he does with a lot of his films, the screenplay, and it's his baby. I mean, it's his total creation, and it's as if in 2000, when he made Mission to Mars, he was very disappointed how the film came out. Um, it was a big budget film, and it didn't flop. It made money, but it didn't make as much money as we everybody sort of hoped it would. Mixed reviews at best, and he was fed up with Hollywood. He was fed up with the studio system, and he left and he moved to Paris, France. And it's as if leaving the pressures of Hollywood and moving to Europe allowed De Palma to be free, and he took full advantage, like an artist with a blank canvas. It's like he threw caution to the wind and let his artistry take control, both in style and story. And Femme Fatale is an homage to film noirs, as well as a celebration, really, of his own works. Yet it's a completely original film, too. This film seduces you, and it takes you on a mesmerizing journey, and it also challenges your reality. I mean, you're wondering at times if what you're seeing is real or not real. But Brian De Palma is also feeding you clues throughout, telling you what's real and what's not real. Femme Fatale is Brian De Palma's most elegant film, I believe. Elegant and beautiful dream from a master who was just starting the twilight of his career. And I believe, once again, that this is his personal masterpiece.